So do I feel like someone have come and picked my berries probably yesterday and just took them all off? Yes. Good morning friends, Linda here from my fancy homestead. We are in my allotment in June. This is the June update of my allotment because I already said that. It's been, well, it is 6 o'clock in the morning, probably not anymore because I've been here for a bit. There has a lot of things that have happened. There have been a lot of things that has happened here and I want to take you through and let's just check them out and see the successes and the failures. There are more failures than successes, yeah. This year is not a good year for gardening. In the bed one, this is the bed one behind me. Da, 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 da. Everything's going really well, except that I did 3 sowings of beans and I have exactly 6 bean plants, if they survive. If they don't survive, I have 4 bean plants. My carrot is blooming very, very nice and it is getting pollinated by all of the flies and bugs and everything else that likes to live here, and I hopefully will get some seeds from it that will come through to the carrots that I planted into the ground and left them there. So it should be the yellow ones, I think. I planted some tomatoes at the edge of the bed, hoping that they would grow, and they seem to be liking there and they're taking off now. Some of them are getting really, really bushy. I don't know if I'm gonna leave them like that because they're intermediate. Intermediate? You know, the ones that keep going up instead of the bushy ones. But they all like to be bushy. And then in front here, I planted some salad crops. They were coming up, I could see them from time to time, like little seedlings, little 2 leaves popping out, being like greeting the world, of saying, "Hello world," and then being devoured by slugs the next day. So there's nothing here. My overwintering calendula is still going strong and it's still doing the thing, and then the borage in front of it is just about to start blooming. All of the borages that I put in the allotment are about ready to bloom, and they have like little flower clusters coming out. They are really, really cute. Okay, let's go to bed number 2. Otherwise I'm gonna talk so much all of the time. Your ears will drop off. Bed number 2 of my allotment. The onions are going very, very strong. I think they just really like this year and nothing is eating them. I am not gonna take any leaves. Like last year I took the outer leaves to make some onion powder and it was very nice. I have almost used it up, but I still have some, so I don't need to do anything with these, and hopefully they will grow bigger than last year, because last year they were about that big. They weren't that great. Mashua, which is basically the perennial nasturtium, or it lives in the same family, and the tubers are edible, which is great, is doing really, really well. And everything that I planted, like I had a plant and I had 2 tubers, and all 3 have survived and they're going really, really well. Don't mind me petting the onions in the background because I just can't not pet them because I need to do something with my hands. It's always happening. I'm sorry. There's a sweet potato in the middle as well, and we are growing that. There's a lot of weeds, and I probably need to come here for a whole day when I have time and just weed it all. Otherwise, it's not gonna work. You know, I think it's gonna be taken over by weeds, and then my allotment will look really ugly compared to everyone else's because everyone else has like really nice potato rows and I have weeds. Lots and lots of weeds. On the opposite side of the bed, where I had Greek gigant beans last year, there's a single bean plant. I don't know how, but it is here. I don't know, it could be Greek gigant bean, at which point it's gonna be awesome. Or if it's like a purple bean that I put in there, I don't mind, but there's a bean plant that has survived. Yes, I popped some peas in here as well, and I think like 2 have come out. Breathe. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Everything gets eaten this year. It's insane. Bed number 3. It is tomato bed with beetroot and more beetroot and more beetroot. Every beetroot you want, it's here probably. There's so much beetroot, I don't know what to do with it. There is gonna be a charity event in mid-July. I think I will donate a lot of it because I like beetroot, but I can't eat 150 kilos of beetroot probably. I don't know. I'm exaggerating now because of course I like to exaggerate. Who doesn't? But it's growing really, really well and it's really, really strong. And I think it likes it. It's not bolting, it's doing its thing. Another thing is weeds. Everywhere weeds. Tomatoes have suckers everywhere and those are the shoots in between the leaves coming off of the main stem, so I will need to take those out. My tomatoes are blooming, which is great, and hopefully it will be a hot enough year that they will not get mold? No, fungus infection, blight, that's the one, blight. Oh, there's so many words. My arm's dropping off because I'm holding you guys all of the time. Ow, 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 ow. And now I'm gonna be holding you with the other hand for a bit. There's calendula everywhere in my garden this year. It's just like it's popping out there and there and in between, and it's going like a weed now here, which is great. More flowers. Who doesn't like more flowers? Bed number 4. This bed was covered all of the time with netting because the pigeons kept eating my corn. So this is the second sowing of corn and it's doing really well. I have some winter squash on the side. I planted 2 seeds. They came up, which is great because the baby winter squashes that we planted out a couple of weeks ago together, or 3 weeks, I don't know how long ago. Not long. It doesn't feel long in the gardening terms. They're all dead. Yeah. Slugs ate them. Yeah. I think what happened, I put them in and the slugs ate the stem. Instead of leaves, they ate the stem so the plants couldn't transport the nutrients around. Some of them have survived, I think 2 or 3. Not the rest, no. I really need to weed these as well, as you can see, and then probably put some beans in there, in betweeners, so that they can start coming up. Do you think the beans will get eaten by the slugs if I put them in between corn, as Three Sisters method? I think they will. I don't think that they will come up, but I'll try. It is 7 o'clock. I can hear the church bells going. I don't know if you can. Oh, they just stopped. Oh, very well. So this bed had garlic in it. This is bed number 5. Good morning to you too. This is bed number 5. Again, 5. This used to have garlic. I harvested all the garlic because it was damaged by rust and there was just so much rust on it and the bulbs were not that big and everything's just going crazy. But the salads that I put in between the garlic are doing really, really well. And I think I'll probably start harvesting it like ahead of the time and start eating it fresh because we need to, otherwise it will bolt, I think. My elephant garlic is doing really well and I don't know when to harvest it. Please let me know. I have never grown elephant garlic before. I have no idea when to harvest it. And then I popped a sweet potato in the middle. I don't know if it will grow, but it will have a good time trying. And at the end of it, where the trellis is going, in this bed, is a squash that maybe survived. Like, fingers crossed, it survived, hopefully, maybe. If it doesn't get eaten anymore, it will probably survive. And there's 2 of them that have kind of like... We will see. We will give it a time. Bed number 6. This one has chard in it, a beetroot in it, tomatoes, and I used to have eggplant in it, but then calendula took over the world and I think it is literally killing it. Should I take the calendula out and let the eggplant go, or do I go the other way around and let the calendula go and take the eggplant out? Decisions. I don't know. I don't know what to do. This is awesome. This is awful. Not awesome. It's awful. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. It's very early. I have had 4 hours of sleep. I just keep going. I don't know when I'm gonna stop, but there's that. This bed's good, doing really, really well. Some of the chard's bolting. This is rainbow chard. I keep feeding it to my pigeons. See, there it is. The tiredness coming in. I keep feeding it to my cockatiels. You can feed chard, but you can't feed too much of it, so they get like a leaf every couple of days or 3 days, something like that. They don't eat all of it. They just like to shred it. Like with most of the vegetables that I offer them, they don't particularly like to eat them. They just like to crinkle them up and carry them around the room and just put them wherever they want to put them. And just shred them in little pieces. Itty bitty pieces. This is bed number 7. This is my red onion. I'm just gonna pet it again a little bit. Yay. And there's tomatillos in here. From the 12 plants that came up from the seed that I planted, only 4 now have survived because I keep losing them all of the time. And these ones look like they are stressed, so I probably need to feed them with something. I have no idea what to feed them with. Maybe just generic nitrogen feed to promote the growth of the leaves, because they're very small and tiny and show signs of distress. I have cucumbers here as well on the trellis behind the onions, and then I planted some peas between the onions and the cucumbers on the trellis there. But did they come up? No, one did. Only one, and I don't know if it's gonna survive. You know what happens here, right? It's like battle royale, basically, with everyone dying from slugs. I don't know what's going on this year, but this year has been exceptionally bad for slugs. Maybe it was so wet and reasonably cool. No idea, but for example, with beans, I can't put any more beans in because I'm literally running out of seed beans. So I will need to wait for these to give me the seed beans for the next year, because mine are gone. No more left. I just noticed that I had a spider web on my camera, and I don't know how it got there. My brassica bed is doing really, really well. It was raining for a couple of days, and I think I really appreciated it. And now they have literally just exploded. I have heavily mulched this bed as well, so that the soil doesn't get exposed to the air. There's very few weeds here. I think it's because of the straw mulch, and I've been just putting like layers and layers of grass clippings, dried grass clippings on, so that it just keeps the moisture in, and it's always really nice and wettish underneath. I think the brassicas really appreciate it. And they're gonna grow, and they're gonna do that thing. I have some kales, I have some cauliflowers, I have some broccoli. I don't even remember what I put in here because everything kept dying so fast, and I kept replacing it in the spots that were empty. Do I remember? No. Do I have any idea? No. But it's cool. It's cool. It's doing its thing. It's fine. My carrot pots are doing really well. I just noticed that this one, I don't know if you can see it in the shadow, but that one has slug damage. It's gone around and eaten all one side of all of the seedlings that have come up, and they have just shriveled and died. I definitely remember having more seedlings, and I can just see like the slug, like the slime trail going around. So there goes about 20-30 carrots. Bye bye. This is a weird year to garden. Like seriously, this is so strange. I have no idea what's going on. Bed number 9. This is where I put my oca, and it's coming up. And I counted. I thought that I lost a lot of plants, but I have counted them, and there's 8 of them. It could be because they're like potatoes, and they are shooting the stems off of different eye sockets that the tuber has. Hopefully. I'm explaining it right because I am getting confused. I'm not really getting confused. I'm getting tired. And this is the bed where two of the squash plants actually survived. Problem is, they both survived at the same place. So I don't think that I will be able to get them both going because you need to have only one. I can't split them up because the roots are probably intertwined with each other. It's the decisions, right? Did they survive the slug damage just for me to kill one? Later on, it's just not fair. I don't like this. I don't like it at all. And then if you can see my strawberries in the background, they are going nuts. They have given me something like 5 kilos of strawberries this year and I am super happy about it. They're slowing down now. I need to pick some now before I go home. But otherwise, yeah. And I put some mulch in the paths. Do you remember? We put it together. I have some fungus growing in there. And I don't mind. I think I'm gonna go now and take out the calendula. No matter how beautiful it is, it's still trying to kill the eggplant. So I'm gonna take it out around the eggplant and just let it dry. Now you have been privy to my massacre of calendula. I think this is gonna work a lot better because I still have left a couple of plants on the edges as far away from other bits, and they will give me seed, and then I will be able to just harvest that and I will not lose the color of this calendula because I really like it yellow and pointy leaves. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. And hopefully the eggplant will recover. I had the tomato there as well that was struggling really badly because the calendula was literally encroaching on it. This one here, I don't know if you can see it, it's very bright here. This one has seed pod. So I'm just gonna wait for it to be a bit more brown and then I'm gonna collect that. And that's gonna be the seeds for the yellow calendula. Hopefully. And I'll tidy up the roots when I have tools to do it because my hands are now sticky from the sap. I am done. Everything's done here. I'm gonna collect some strawberries and I am gonna collect the calendula flowers for my birds so that they can have some as well because they can eat calendula. And then I'm gonna go home and enjoy my Sunday, which is gonna be great. I have so much to do, but thank you very much for watching and hanging out with me here today in this morning. It's very nice and calm. Thank you very much. If you like, subscribe. Otherwise, bye friends, I'll see you next time. I have just looked at my strawberries. Sorry. This is like postscriptum. I have just looked at my strawberries and I had a lot of green ones, like a lot of large green ones, and they're gone. And I know that they shouldn't have been ripe because the last time I picked them was about 3 to 4 days ago. So there should be loads here that are ripening. But guess what? All of my berries are gone. Like literally everything. All I have left is just the bloomed little ones just now. And it doesn't look like the birds. I haven't picked that many yet. It just looks weird. I just found I walked all the way around everywhere. Like I have strawberries at the edge of allotment as well, all the way into the, you know, like I have about 30 centimeter gap, so I planted them there. So Cambridge favourites are going around the edge and Royal Sovereign is in the bed, so I know the differences between the varieties. I found 3 berries in the all allotment and no more, nothing left. So do I feel like someone's have come and picked my berries probably yesterday and just took them all off? Yes I do, and it's not a great feeling. Anyways, I might be overthinking it. I have plenty of berries myself. If anyone took some, fine, it's fine, but I could have asked. I don't mind sharing. Seriously, I give my neighbors a lot of food. Kind of upset a bit now. Okay, bye.